record this. Okay. So yeah, so if you want to get those labels out and then put those on your ink pads, it will, that will help because I'm going to be, so like you have a Cajun craze and you have a real red already on your red, and then you have a black sticker. And then I'll do that for all the new colors coming out. Because my goal is to get you guys a good variety of colors. And then I'm going to talk to Maria. The ink spots fit really well in the paper pumpkin, our little white paper pumpkin box. We have a mini paper pumpkin box. And so I'm going to talk to Maria about ordering some of those so that you guys have someplace to store your little ink spots. It'll just keep everything tidy for you, which would be nice. So, but I'm going to make sure we're going to get you a pink and a blue for sure. I've got those in the plans, and a green. So we're just kind of working on getting a good range of colors. So, yay. So anyways, I wanted you to know that that was tucked into your first card packet, and it was not part of the actual piece to make the cards look pretty. So
because I kept looking at the pictures going, I don't see either of those. So.
No, it was definitely a weird, but I didn't know where else to tuck them. And I was like, well, if I tuck them in here, they'll be safe. So yes. So
I don't see them.
They should be in your blue, your white and blue card in this packet.
Okay, white and blue card.
So we'll start with that one since we've already opened it up.
Okay.
Let me ask Marion. Marion, can you get me some Scotch tape, please? Okay, thank you. I could use washi tape. I'd prefer Scotch tape though. Okay. Okay. All right, Dee, did you find it?
What am I looking for now?
The little stickers for the ink.
They're not stickers, are they? Aren't they just pieces of paper?
No, they're stickers.
Is it paper?
Yeah,
Okay,
they're little.
I got black.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, they're little
Cajun
stickers.
Phrase. Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Okay, then I've got them.
Okay, great. So yeah, they are stickers, and you can just pull them off and stick them on your.
Oh, okay.
They're just a little sticker. So I had to cut them. It was very delicate procedure. So, but I will label all the rest for you, so we won't have to do this again. So, I have it just set it here, please. Thank you. All right. So, So we are going to make this card first, which has lots and lots of pretty snowflakes on it. And we're actually going to use black. So if you've got your black ink spot from last month or the month before, go ahead and grab that, and we'll use the black to do this. So we'll stamp that piece first. So we're going to get our Be Merry out. And inside your kit, you've got quite a few things. So you've got some very tiny snowflake sequins. You've got 4 of these postage stamp looking pieces. And then you've got one piece that doesn't look like a postage stamp. So that's the one we're going to stamp on, and everybody's looks a little bit different. But
excuse me.
So just get your black ink, and ink up your stamp and stamp your Be Merry on there. And remember just to hold it down when you stamp your Be Merry. So 1, 2, 3, and then I can pop it off and it should look good.
Where is the Be Merry?
It's in your stamp set.
Mm.
So on the stamp set, it's about dead center. It's right underneath the spider web.
I don't think I have it.
The Be Merry
Uh-uh.
or the stamp set?
The Be Merry, I don't see it.
It should be in the stamp set. I mean, it's possible it's fallen out or gotten misplaced, but it's right.
Oh, is that from the last time?
Yes, this is the same stamp set that we're using.
Oh, okay, let me check just a minute.
Yeah, because we're going to keep using the stamp set over and over again. So,
Well, I don't see it in there. What did I do with it? Look. It was in that purple bag, right?
I don't know what color bag Maria gave it to you. She kind of packages that up after I give it to her. So, and then like if you think that like they're losing their sticky or you need to clean these, you can just put all of them in like a vat of like Dawn dish soap, and they will regain their sticky. So you can just make like a little dish soap bath for them, because I think mine have been well loved, and so I think I'm gonna have to give mine a bath. So and Dee, if you can't find it for now, we can build the cards and then you can always come back and stamp and put that piece on later. Because the stamping's, I mean, it's there, but it's ancillary, so. Did you find it, Dee?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good.
I think I need new glasses.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I probably
I went
do.
and got my eyes checked and I do not need glasses. The doctor said maybe in a year or two. So I said, okay, I'll be back. That was good news.
I saw it now. I can't find it, but I will find it.
Well, let's work on we'll construct the card and then you can always put that piece on. It literally is like the last piece on this card. So.
Okay, well then that's what I'll do then. So what do I need?
Okay.
With the blue.
All right. Yeah. So we're gonna, there's a couple of layering pieces here. So we're going to put the blue on the front. It's got the snowflakes. So I ran that through the embossing machine. And so you can glue that on, however you want. Got my tape runner here. I'm just going to put a couple strips on it. So we'll glue down the blue.
So is Phyllis in California?
Patricia, yeah.
Yeah,
And
Patricia, yeah.
yeah, she actually she thought about joining this morning, but it's really early her time. And so she was like, I don't know.
Right.
And so we
And I
we
think
had to
they're
get,
like 5 hours difference.
no, it's just two.
Just two, okay.
Yeah, but she was not feeling it. So she was like, I think I'll just not. I'm like, that's fine. So, all right. So then on the purple piece, don't glue it down to the front yet. We're gonna kind of arrange our snowflake pieces. And you can kind of decide, which colors you like and kind of how you want to arrange them. But I'll show you kind
We
of the
gluing them
general.
on?
Well, you are going to glue them on, but I would lay them down first and just make sure
Okay.
you're happy with them and how they fit.
Okay.
So you're going to see that we're putting them in this pattern so that there's a hole in the middle. We'll cover the hole. But I just wanted to show everybody that there's a hole in the middle, dear Liza. Uh, uh, yes, good old camp song.
Does Mary Ann even know that song?
I don't know if she does. I feel like I learned it at camp. Like,
I
there's a
remember
whole
singing it in fourth grade with my room at on the loudspeaker for the school system, for the school. So it was, I just, it's an old song, and they don't sing very many of the old songs anymore.
No, it's pretty funny. I'm pretty sure that my father sang it at some point, but it's pretty funny. So there's obviously lots of different snowflake patterns on these, and you can decide, which one you like. Each side has two sides, so everybody's is gonna look a little different, and that's good. I love this paper. I actually bought more of it because I love it so much. So my class next month, my personal class, so not the class I do for the senior center, but the class I teach outside, I'm actually we're going to make like a packet with that paper of like note cards. And so, I love this paper. It's so pretty. So, I like all the different snowflakes, and I made a really nice Hanukkah card with it too for a friend.
Hey.
So I know I gotta show you. It's actually really nice. Here, this is the Hanukkah card I made for my friend.
Oh, that's nice. Wow.
So this die that they have cuts out, and I put the glimmer paper behind it.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super fancy. I didn't know what to do with the die. I was like, I don't understand. What is it? Why'd you just punch 1,000 holes in my paper? And then I was like, oh, put something behind it. That's pretty. So yeah, so I'm really excited about this card. I haven't actually posted it on anything because I don't want her to see it yet. Like I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we've got our 4 pieces, you got your 4 pieces down?
No, I only have 3.
Okay. Well, that's okay. I'll have a sip of coffee.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was hard to pick a favorite out of this paper. Like I really struggled.
Yeah, they're all really nice.
I know. And so, we have the artists at Stampin' Up! Make the paper, like they design it and they do it in real life. So like this was actually painted and they did the watercolor salt type technique, where you do watercolor and then you put salt on it and it pulls the color out. And then they take photographs of that. And then that's how they make the big sheets of papers, and they take photographs and then they kind of duplicate it around, right? And so there's a new paper in the spring catalog that's all beautiful, like hand painted flowers, and they're done with oils. And you can tell it's like you can almost see the texture. You want to like touch the paper, but there's nothing there, obviously. And so it's so cool to know, or like when they're photorealistic, they've actually taken real items, taken photos, and then duplicated it out. So anyway, I just love that.
Okay.
So
I'm done.
okay, good. Dee, how are you doing?
Yeah, I've got them on there.
Okay, good. So then we're going to take the blue one and we're going to glue it down in the middle. So you've got kind of this balmy blue square. So we're going to put that one in the middle. This is sort of like order of operations is kind of important on this one. And then we're going to take this really shiny ribbon and put it across and glue it on the back. Now, if you have some Scotch tape around, or if you have some old washi tape, or if you have, you can. The only reason I would use tape is this is really kind of wiry ribbon. I could put a little bit of snail here and tuck it behind like I've done before, but this ribbon's really stubborn is a nice way to put it. Strong, I don't know. So I'm just going to put a piece of tape behind on the back, and no one's going to see it. This is really, interesting colored washi tape. Doesn't really matter what kind of tape it is. It could be packing tape, Scotch tape, but I think this is a better way to glue that down on the back. And then when you have that,
how did you do that now?
I just wrapped it around and I taped it on the back with a piece of tape.
Okay. And it's across the center of the blue?
Yep, across the center. Yeah. It's got a lot of shimmer and shine. It's a beautiful ribbon, but I can't tie bows with it. It's very sturdy. I think it's really only made for strips like this, and then you'll put some adhesive on the back and we'll stick it on our card front.
And what did you do?
Okay.
Dee, go first.
What did you do for the back?
I just put some adhesive on it. Like some tape runner or whatever. And what was your question, Penny?
I said we don't put it in the center, we put it up. Okay.
Yeah, I put it up. I liked it up. You can do whatever you want, girl. It's your card. I tend to be very symmetrical, and so I'm trying very hard not to be symmetrical. It's really hard, but we made a bunch of cards this last week that were very not symmetrical. They were designed by somebody else. I'll have to show you. And I struggled so bad. So this was one of them. So we stamped this beautiful, this is in the spring catalog. We stamped this and then we covered it with a bunch of paper. I was like, oh, golly, what are we doing? And I really struggled with that.
Gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. And then this was another one, and we and so very asymmetrical off to the side,
Yeah.
And then this was another one, also very, asymmetrical off to the side. Yeah, this is really there's a new dragonfly set in the spring catalog. And so we got to play with it last week. It's gorgeous, but not my style, like for sure, And so I was like, oh, okay, I'm challenged. I'm trying, like this really killed me when we stamped these beautiful flowers and then we covered them. I was like, what are we doing? I don't understand. Okay, and then we've got our little Be Merry, and so we're just going to put some dimensionals on that. If you have the big dimensionals, this would be a good time to use your side pieces. So if you've got like these areas on the side, you can trim them. And you can actually use the little side pieces. And so I would put one side on one side, on, top and bottom, so that you create almost like a channel for the ribbon to go in. And then stick that on the front. But Dee, don't do this until you stamp it. So. And then you're going to put some sequins on. And these sequins have adhesive on the back of them. But don't, I don't know. You kind of get your nail under there. So be merry. And this could make a nice Hanukkah card too. You could stamp Happy Hanukkah on it or something instead, wintry, not super Christmassy, so. I mean, I probably wouldn't stamp the Be Merry on it, but
You could do a Happy Holidays or.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Enjoy the season,
Sounds like you have an old Matrix printer going in the background.
Me?
Yeah.
It sounds like that here?
Well, something.
Oh, that's weird. Let me turn off my fan. Hold on.
That was it. Turn your fan back on. It's not bad. Yeah, I was just laughing because I haven't heard one of those in many a year.
I was going to say, I don't have a dot matrix printer. So,
yeah,
that's funny.
No, turn your fan back on.
Sure. No, but it's good to know that the microphone is strong enough to pick that up. Someone had said the other day that they heard something in the background and they asked if it was my fan. And I actually didn't have my fan on at that moment, so I wasn't really sure what was going on there, but.
Oh, well. Oh, my snowflakes.
Excellent.
Dee, how you put the snowflakes just on the Be Merry?
I did. I just put them. Yeah, you can put them wherever you want. I just put a couple there. So, how you doing, Dee? You good?
Yeah, I'm just looking for the little white. Put the Mary on. I can't find it.
Oh, just the little scrap piece that was in there?
Yeah.
It's a colored piece. It is a snowflake piece. So
okay,
it's actually
so,
not, it's, mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so, and then
it has
the black, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from the same designer series paper. It's just one of the sheets that's less snowflakey, if that's a word.
Okay.
So bueno.
There it is.
Good. All right. Card 1. All right, so card 2, and Dee, I'll just talk about it, but I won't do it yet. It is technically a fancy fold, but it's like the easiest fancy fold ever, because all it is a normal card front that you've then just cut a wing off of, basically, right? So this is the card front normally, and then you just slice that front in half, and we're going to move it there. So it's kind of cool because it's super conservative with paper. Like it's the same amount of cardstock you would normally use. But it creates, a very impressive, quote unquote, looking card, but with not a lot of effort, which I like a lot. So I'm a big fan. So I've got another one that we'll do, and not next month, but the month after, that I've got a plan for. I'm like, all right, that looks impressive, but doesn't require a ton of effort, which is good. So
I can't seem to be merry. Only part of it is coming up with a stamp. Oh.
So make sure wherever you're stamping, your stamp surface has to be really level with no bumps. You've got to be really level. And Dee, if I have to send you like an extra piece, I can, if you need me to.
Well, it doesn't really seem to fit on the stamp.
It does. It's tight.
Yeah, barely.
It's tight. I mean, it literally touches the edges.
The stamp, I can't, it's small.
What do you mean?
Can you see it?
Well, yeah. So remember, you take your stamp, right? And you take ink to stamp like this, Dee. Look at the screen, Dee. So see,
okay.
Like you got to do this. Remember, you got to pat all over.
Okay, so I need the other little.
She needs the block.
You need your clear block. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Yeah.
You know what, Michelle, Melissa, you have nothing else to do, but maybe one of the things to consider is when you do this paper with your cards, if you would, at the bottom or whatever, tell us which pieces of stuff we need for the class, just because I'm sitting here and I'm able to reach up and get my stuff, but then I had to go and get a wet wipe to clean off the stamp. So, it's just one of those things. If you don't happen to have everything in one spot, it can be more difficult, more of a challenge.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. And just kind of do a reminder like, hey, this is what you need, your stamp set, your block, your, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't find the block.
There's Santa hat.
Did you find it, Dee?
Yeah, I found it. But yeah.
Oh, good. And I mean, I find it helpful to have like maybe a shoebox or something where I kind of like keep everything, in one place. I don't know.
Show me how to do that again. I've got the block, the clear now. So
yeah. So remember, you put your stamp on your block, right?
Oh, okay.
And then you.
Wait a minute. Okay.
And so make sure when you turn the block over that you can read it. So see how I flipped the block over and now I can read Be Merry.
Sorry.
And sometimes it helps to put like a piece of paper behind it so you can see it a little better.
Okay. Like I said, I think I really need to get new glasses. Oh.
And then D, I would practice stamping. So like make sure you've got a scratch piece of paper. So once you ink up your stamp with your ink, I would say go ahead and stamp it on a practice sheet of paper before you stamp it,
Yeah.
On the real thing.
Right.
So are we on Christmas wishes now?
Yeah.
Okay, red.
We'll need red and black. Yeah.
Huh?
So we're gonna do black for the Christmas wishes.
Oh, and red for the hat.
And then I did red for the hat, the Santa hat.
Oh, how about it? I did. Worked. Mhm.
Okay, black.
So in your kit, you should have, I don't, but I will get one. I was like, you should have, hold on. Oh, please. You should have a little white die cut piece, but I don't have it. So let me punch it out. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, when you put the Be Merry on, do you use tape or do you use the?
I use
Yeah.
dimensionals.
Okay.
All right, so Christmas wishes, we're gonna stamp in black on that little tag, and it is tight left and right, so just, okay. Again, hold it down when you stamp. 1, 2, 3. Boop. And then we'll use the red to do a little hat. All right. So putting this card together, so everybody got some different designer series paper pieces. Some of them are kind of directional. So for instance, the candy canes, you probably wouldn't want to put them on their side. They would look kind of silly. Others are not. So, you can kind of decide, how you want to put it. But one of them is going to go on the front of this card flap. And one of them is going to go on this other piece that you've got. So we'll tape one down on the front. Maybe. And then we'll tape the other one on this piece. Okay. So we've got one piece, and then the front flap has another piece. And so you can decide. Everybody had a different pattern. What patterns did you guys get? Penny, what did you get?
I have the same that you show in your example.
Oh, you got the holly. Okay.
Yeah,
And do
which
you,
is wonderful since my daughter's name is Holly.
Dee, which one did you get?
Okay, I think these are little bells.
Oh yeah, you got the bells. That's, I was hoping someone would get the bells. That one was really cute.
Yeah.
Want to
I feel like,
see?
yeah.
Show me.
You want to hold it up, Dee, so we can see?
Just a minute. Should have turned that off. It's off now.
So Dee, the bells are definitely directional. So you've got to put the bells over on the left.
Right. That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. And then when you get it done, hold it up, and we want to, because Penny wants to see the bells. So they're really cute.
Okay. Just a minute.
And then I did pop this up on dimensionals, but we'll talk about that and see.
Okay.
But
See the bell?
let's see. Oh yeah.
Is that good?
They're so cute. So
Okay.
both of those just go down with tape runner. And then what I did is I flipped this over. I like to kind of hold it here so that I can tell where I need to put sticky stuff and where I don't, right? Because you don't want to put sticky stuff behind this whole thing, or else you're going to glue your whole card shut. Ask me how I know. I've done it once or twice. So what I like to do, I like to use dimensionals. So I just kind of hold this here and I say, okay, that means I need a dimensional here and here and here and here. And then that helps me to see so that I don't close my card shut.
You know, Maria gave me just this, I don't think they're the big ones. And just like cut off things. I don't know. I'll show you. That's what I got.
Oh yeah, you
When I
got some
said I needed-
minis. Yeah, the minis are good.
Do
I mean,
what?
yeah, the minis are good. You just have to use a couple more, so.
Okay, I will then.
Yeah, I have a bunch of minis too. So minis are good when you're doing the little stuff. It just means that with the big ones, you got to do a bit more. So. And then this ribbon's really pretty, but it's really big. And so, I mean, you can't, like, it's probably made more for like gift wrapping than it is for like card making, because you can't make a cute little bow on a card with this. So what I did is I just cut the corners of it, I made the indentation with my scissors.
Oh, neat.
So the way I learned how to do this is to fold it in the middle and then to cut out towards the tips. Boop. And then fold it in the middle and cut out towards the tips. But everybody's learned how to do that a little different, I'm sure. So, but I just thought it was pretty ribbon to have on the front of the card, and I wanted something, but you can't use that. Like,
it has a bit of a sheen to one side, doesn't it?
It does. And one side's like more textured and one side's shiny. So I put the shiny side out.
Yeah.
And the way I adhered it was I just put like a run of glue on the front. Like I just did this, maybe my tape runner will participate in the party. I just put a little bit of glue on the front and then I just glued it down on the front. You can't put the glue on the ribbon, but you can put the glue on the paper. And then I did pop up the Christmas wishes on dimensionals too, because why not? At this point. All right. And then you want to add the white on the inside of the card, partly because you wouldn't be able to write on the inside of this color It's called Shaded Spruce. It's beautiful, but it's really dark. So we're just going to glue this white piece on the inside. So. And then that also provides good contrast, so you can actually see the cool fold you made. This Christmas paper was like super traditional. And so I wasn't sure. I was like, I'm not sure how I'm going to use it, but I like it with this card a lot. I think it's super cute. Oh, darn. I was supposed to put something out for a lady and I didn't. Too many balls in the air this morning. Ay, ay, ay. My mother-in-law or my father-in-law ended up in the hospital last night, and so we've had a rough night / morning. So
Where do they live?
They live in Copper's Cove, so near Fort Hood. So
Okay.
he ended up going to Darnell Army Hospital last night, and he had emergency surgery, and he's in the ICU today. And so, yeah, so that's been fun. Not. He had, like in the 90s, he had a surgery done where they put mesh in his stomach, like in his abdomen.
Yeah,
wall.
that was very common. I have a brother-in-law that had that done.
Yeah. And it
lots
has
of complications with it.
Yep. It has caused 30 years of complications.
Yep.
And so apparently his intestines got entwined with the mesh. And so then he got an infection, and then they had to cut out the mesh and the intestines, and it's awful. It's absolutely awful. And I see these class action lawsuits for it, and I'm like, well, no wonder. Like, who came up with this stupid idea?
Well, I think oftentimes they think it's, this is an answer to a lot of problems, because sometimes you can't find an easy solution. And when you're doing research, rats only live so long, or rabbits or pigs, whatever they try it on.
Yeah.
And so they give the best guess. And
Yeah.
it's like when I had this cruddy disease, the choices I was given were not good. So I took the best of what was available. And it ended up with repercussions I'm dealing with. But given the choice, I'd still do that again, because I really didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it really stinks, like I don't know. I mean, he's just had so many issues because of it. And so they've got him in ICU because they're trying to, they have to go back in tomorrow, like once the intestines have calmed down, to like make sure they got everything. And is Devash, he wants his ball.
He wants me to throw the lamb, his toy.
Yes, of course.
I just refound it last night, and he's in heaven. It was his favorite toy, and I couldn't find it for a long time.
That's funny. Well, so next month, we're going to make some Christmas tags. I've got to figure out, I think I've got enough kits where everybody will get quite a few cute tags. And then I'll show you guys, if you wanted to make them into cards, you could. And you would need some card bases to do that. They're really large. I'm going to show you two of them right now, just because I want you to see how big they are. They're very large tags. They're lovely, but they're large.
That's a tag.
So this piece is the tag, and then I just put it on a note card. And it's the same with this. Like, it's
Wow.
huge. So they're beautiful, but they're huge. So I just wanted to tell you, like, if you know, my feelings aren't hurt if you want to take the tags and make them into cards, or, anyways, but I thought I'd let you know that that's what we're doing next month, is we're making tags. They're beautiful and cute, but very large. So, Dee, how you doing over there? You good? You got it?
Yeah, I'm looking for the little hat
Oh, it's a
to
tiny
put
one.
on.
It is a tiny one to find, for sure.
I think maybe I found it.
It's kind of in the bottom near the bat. That is easy to find. So we'll have
I think this is it.
we'll have 2 more months of using this stamp set, and then we'll move over to the other stamp set that you were given. So we'll do the Christmas tags with this stamp set, and then we'll do Valentine's Day with this stamp set, and then we'll move to the other stamp set for February, March, April, and May. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yes. And then they've asked me for my plans for the summer. I'm like, I'm not ready. Like, let me just get through.
Yeah, give me a break.
Let's at least get to January, and then we'll talk about it. So, yeah. But I think it's going well. Like, I'm jazzed that I get to stamp with you guys, and I hope a few more people will join us on the Zoom. I'll probably, I don't know. I've got to figure out how to, like make it easier, to get you guys, like you said, making the list of supplies. And, I had just the Zoom numbers in there, but I'll probably put the Zoom numbers and the Zoom link. So, like, if she is just going to forward that document to you that I make, and if that's the case, then I'm probably going to make it full page document. I thought she was printing like 2 to a page or something. I'll make it a full page document, and I'll put like a list of things, like, don't forget to grab these things before we get stamping, kind of a deal. I think that's a great idea. So,
And I will tell you this, when your information is on the top of the paper, like you said, but when I looked at it, I looked at just the pictures. I did not look, and it's folded and stuff, and I did not look above. So maybe if it were in bold, like the November 2020 and stuff, my eye would have been drawn to it more. I don't know. But I do know that I saw November 2020, and then I go, okay, this is the one I want. And, I looked at the pictures. So, hey,
okay, well,
nobody said I was brilliant.
No, it's good to have feedback from you guys, and no, that's good. I mean, that's what we need. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording. Let's see. I'll stop